Alright guys, and welcome to an Azir rank game. And in this one I want to show you how exactly do I transfer a lead slash snowball a game, which is a very important tool or ability for Azir players who want to carry, because in fact Azir is generally rather team dependent. You know, with the team fightings, you kind of need those front to back situations. And so I wanna kind of show you just how you can probably make the most out of your own strength as a Azir player, or out of your own ability as a Azir player. So first of all, the laning phase, probably the most important part for Azir, because in the laning phase is decided how the game will eventually, or how you will eventually transpose in the mid game and late game, which are your strongest parts, probably late game even. The laning phase on Azir, you always have to keep in mind your only real ability to harass people with is your W auto attacks. Your Q doesn't really deal damage. It is basically a tool to reposition, or in case you run electrocute, you can do another damage instance with your Q, which enables you to proc electrocute. So I won't freeze the wave here, I will let it crash. Irelia somehow roamed already. Yeah, there she is. I don't know why exactly the Kha'Zix needed to face check that. That was so, pointless. Well, she used both sums. I'll let the wave be there, I won't reset, it doesn't really make sense right now. I'll just let her come. She will lose some minions, not a lot, but some. So the thing about laning as Azir, especially against melees, is you want to keep the wave mostly in front of your turret. Most melees are able to generally probably one rotate Azir, similar to like Zed or Talon or something like that. Those melees are very burst heavy, and then there are others who have more DPS than Azir in the early game. Irelia, Yasuo are those kinds of gems, because they have more natural tankiness, and generally most of them have some form of natural sustain. Irelia, for example. Yasuo has that passive shield, and they generally dish out a little bit more damage in the early game with consistent damage. So basically you need to avoid trading with them on long trades, just because you don't win those long trades. You wanna do short trades and abuse your range advantage. So Wukong has top lane 1 now, that's very, very good. Irelia has no sum, so I'll let the wave get back to me. Obviously, when she has those 5 stacks, you have to be super careful and play very back. 5 stacks on Irelia mean that she's able to kinda dish out a lot of damage, which you can't really counter. What you can do though is hit her on every minion she wants to Q on. Position your soldiers towards minions that she's going to try and last hit, especially with Q, and then do a short hit and kite backwards once she actually hits the minion like this. You can always get some cheeky auto attacks in, and that'll chunk her a little bit for every minion, and over long term she will then drop low HP, and then at some point you can all in if she's low HP enough and you have that ignite advantage, for example. That is a moment in which you can usually go for all ins. I'll reset the wave on this one just because it's rather large and I need to back by now. I have a lot of gold in the base and she's again missing. Okay, so top lane is looking like they're gonna kill him. Oh, they're playing it really nicely. That's good. Irelia backed, I think. I'll take 2 pots just because of the fact that she plays the lane very aggressively now, as most Irelias will and should do. The champ offers a lot of aggressive playstyle ability. So she's missing. She has a CS lead, which is just due to the fact that she really pushed a lot and then didn't really care if I traded her for it. It is totally okay though. It is totally okay. Because the really strong part for me begins by now. She has a lot of all-in pressure against me, however she can't all-in out of nothing. I have to misposition or misplay, because if she all-ins you have that advantage of being able to shuffle her further into the turret, which means you have to be overextended or to take a very bad stun of hers. So what I'm trying to do now is to kind of manage her wave a bit, but she doesn't let me, so I have to reset it by now. She took a hit there, which stacked my mana flow band. Okay, that's an all-in. Well, that's pretty bad by her. Yeah, that's the point, she can't all-in me out of nothing. So I was surprised that she R'd first, which is usually not the best choice, because the R... Wait, that doesn't really help you, does it? Well, what are they doing? Zyra can't go on me with half HP and level 4, she's so squishy as a champion. And if I even get some stacks on Conqueror on that Zac before hitting Zyra, she gets popped like a balloon. So about that Aurelia all-in, the R is the ability which has the better, let's say, hitbox. It has much larger AoE and much larger range. So normally you wanna use your dashes on the minions to get close and then use a cheeky quick E, like she's doing most of the time so far. And then follow it up with the R after dashing and me probably flashing away or shuffling her away. Then you can follow up with R, because then there's a larger distance. In this case though, she initiated with R and wanted to follow up with the stun on that R, but in order to follow up on the R, she has to dash. Then she's immediately on top of me, and then suddenly she's too far away because I shuffle her. She's too far away from everything and will not be able to hit a stun and get back into or back on top of me. Yeah, she really has no way to win the lane now. She's going for that. I'm fine mid lane. He should just abuse his champ and do a very quick clear. He wants to kill her, doesn't he? Well, that's... Yeah, the Kha'Zix is really doing a nice job. The thing about this Irelia build is she's very squishy now. She has a lot of sustain on the minions and is rather dangerous in terms of all-in power, but she's so squishy and that is very dangerous for her, because I trade very strongly with every auto attack against her. I think actually the Irelia meta with by going for Blade of the Rune King now actually benefits Azir. It's much harder to deal with an Irelia who gets some early HP or MR and just abuses the fact that she can tank for a longer time while stacking up Conqueror and her auto attacks against you, than to play against an Irelia who goes raw damage and will get traded back very strongly by you as well. Because in that case your range advantage comes to fruition even further. You deal way more damage to her when she's out of her own range, so that's... Yeah, she's getting very low very quickly before she can all in, so that's the strength. She prepped some minions here, but that only gives me a slow push into my direction. And my job now is to abuse or contest the break with my team here. Okay, that should be a kill here. It is. How's looking with Wukong? Not so good. That's bad. The Wukong chased too far, sadly. And oh my god, what's their plan there? That's way too deep. Do they live? I wanna push. I think that's... Yeah, it was just a bad play to go bot lane there for even more. Kha'Zix will maybe survive. It looks like he's gonna die. You can trade one back though. Oh. Oh, that feels bad. Well, that was just totally in by Jin to go for a chase. Don't know why he did that. Now I have to back off, sadly. Now the enemy bot lane is here. It's pretty sad. Wukong is right, I have Prio and I should probably move faster, but that is, as Azir, it's not what you want to do here. My god, what is this? Look at her. My fucking god, they're annoying. Are they actually lane swapping because Aurelia can't match me? I'll go against Aurelia. I won't have it. Aurelia's already fed and got a shutdown, and I still win against her, so I won't risk my team even feeding her even more. Can you two move fucking mid lane? I can probably shuffle those. Okay, they're resetting, so I'm going bot lane. Wukong's getting dope, but that is really why would they choose to dive him? Yes, that is beyond awkward. This Aurelia is probably begging her team not to go against me because, like, actually Azir is just very strong against the champ. So I get a plate here. She's probably reset and got some items, so Blade of the Rune King should be ready by now. So I have to be a little bit cautious, but just a little bit. I want to reset the wave and yeah, look if she's gonna... Okay, she's actually super fed now. Holy shit, she has items. I have to be super careful now. She's rather tanky with this. However, I have the level advantage and I'm actually more profound in the matchup as far as I could see in the lane, so... She'll look to Q on that. Well, yeah, the Zac being there is pretty sad. Oh my god, my team fed Aurelia and now the Zac comes. Oh, is that fucking sad. Okay, so my next item will be the Liandres. They have a lot of HP, stacking champions like Aurelia, Zac, Garen, Cassiopeia. They will all have a lot of HP. And it synergizes well with Conqueror. Wait, the Honor R missed, that's pretty sad. I'm really pissed off about that Zac gank and the fact that Aurelia got into this game again. Actually, the latter thing is what really annoys me most. This Aurelia should have been out of game, and in any normal case she would have stayed out of game for a very long time. Sadly, it isn't a normal case with my team. Okay, so to maximize my influence now, I am split pushing. The fact that the enemy enemy bot lane rotated towards mid lane is very upsetting for me because Azir is really not that good in 1v2s against both ranged champions. Yeah, Zac is already here again. I'll hit him for a bit, stack up my Conqueror. We have to pull the dragon, please. This is how we do it. Okay, that's very good. That's a very good fight for me. I have a lot of AoE damage to deal. That's a very good fight for me here. Okay, we go That's insane. The Cassiopeia looked for an R there, I saw it, and she stepped up too far. I could just do a normal E and got into a very good position for me to finish the team fight from. Actually, I have to go bot lane though and get this one. You wanna get as much AoE gold everywhere as possible. So they're respawning now, which indicates that I can only push this wave and reset. I can't get the turret. But it's very good overall. I have a lot of gold now. I get my Liandry's completion and I can now match either of their side laners with ease. Liandry's damage is very strong on Azir with the auto-attacking mechanic that your W auto-attacks count as abilities, thereby proccing the Liandry's effect on each auto-attack, which is pretty substantial. I want that blue buff though. I'm not certain if Wukong wins against Irelia, I think so. The champ is very strong and he has 2 items completed. But Aurelia's build works rather fine against Wukong. So it's not a certain thing. Aurelia versus me is now pretty much done. I'm easily winning that one. Garen has no chance against me either. Cassio neither. The only problem is if I ever get ganked. I could need some help here and need some vision. I try to kinda shuffle her away. Bait her R in the same time. I didn't even have to phase away. Of course she deals a lot of damage then, but she is not able to kill me before I finish her. And of course it's better if I try it facing away. But it's not necessary. We can just push through here. Sonar heals are very helpful. Okay, that is a very bad decision by Zac here to engage. I have to flash away just because of the fact that they're here. Oh, Garen got in range for R, that's pretty sad, but they finish him, it's okay. Cassio has no R, does she? Oh, she's super tanky though. Why did Kha'Zix deal no damage on her? Oh, why did Kha'Zix deal no damage towards her? She has no R, no armor. She was isolated. That was really weird. I was super surprised by how the Aurelia played it. I thought she would go on me, instead she was just running away. I have no words for those kinds of situations. Yeah, Zac going Warmox is further proof for me. I will now go for Banshee's Veil, just because of the fact that the only problem for Azir in general teamfights like these is high range CC. High range CC is very strong against Azir, just because of the fact that your range itself is not so strong and you can get locked down and bursted immediately with one high range CC. So I want to avoid those kind of Zac engages, Cassiopeia R or some Flash R or something like that. It looks like we're playing for Dragon, so I'll rotate Drake. I thought we could maybe go for an Ashe, but no one is there of my team, so... Yeah, Garen is not gonna survive against me for longer than 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, Garen is zoned away. We have to win this fight. Wukong is out of position though. Kha'Zix is stealing it nicely there. I'm just dealing way too much damage with the Stack Conqueror. That is pretty huge. The enemy team, as I said, they are very weak against Liandry's and Conqueror stacks. That's pretty nice. Oh, Jhin actually finished it, not Kha'Zix. Even better. I wanna push this turret. I have 8 seconds until Zac is there. So that's an inhibitor turret, which is really helpful. If we don't have to push it later, when we force Nash, then it's even better. Kha'Zix, you gotta be at Nash, bro. There's no point in going bot lane right now. Okay, so as a last item, or as a fourth item, Rabadon does make a lot of sense here, because I can now really abuse the fact that Conqueror scales with those Rabadon's bonus AP so well. Those synergize very nicely, and then Liandry's on top, pretty helpful. And since I have a perfect kind of buy for those, so Kha'Zix just goes and takes down that. Okay, that's pretty good. I have Banshees, that's exactly why I dashed in there. Yes, we can basically mid lane, or we can probably do both. Mid lane first, mid lane. We're very quick to do mid lane here. Garen has no wave clear, so that's probably 2 inhibs for us. Nice one. Alright, that's very nice. And now we can just basically go Nash. Reset in Nash, yeah. Their enemy team is very struggling now with the bot lane and mid lane pushing in. It is worth to go for an Elixir here, just because of the fact that the game is gonna end soon, or the decisive team fight is coming soon. The last team fight that even matters. And Zac just inted for a scuttle. They have no way to contest this. You wanna avoid getting hit by the Nashes. That's game. Guys, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you could see how I transpose with my laning phase leads into the mid and late game team fighting, positioning and split pushing. Yeah, wish you best of luck and see you in the next one.